you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Rising in this House today, I am pleased to support motion M-155 to establish Filipino Heritage Month, backing the efforts of my friend and colleague, the Honourable Member for Scarborough Centre, to acknowledge the tremendous contributions of the Filipino community here in Canada, to recognize the richness of their languages, the depths of their culture, and to ensure that future generations never lose sight of just how important it is for us to reflect upon one's roots, the stories, struggles, and successes of previous generations. Mr. Speaker, in my riding of Scarborough North, right across from my constituency office, stands the Filipino Centre of Toronto, a community centre which began as one person's dream. A vision in which Dr. Guillermo Davila Jr. saw not just a place, but a path to the preservation of Filipino identity and individuality, a means through which new immigrants could ease their transition into settlement and integration within their new country. This dream, after a difficult and exhausting journey, eventually became a reality. And now, nearly 16 years later, the centre is a place for both mingling and meetings. It houses a library featuring a collection of books about Philippines. It offers free language classes, as well as computer classes and a homework club for children. A free medical clinic is also available, providing consultations to those without coverage, as well as certain medications for free. Above all, the centre is what it was dreamt, hoped, and wished to be, a hub for members of the Filipino community to tell their stories. This is indeed the tale of the Filipino-Canadian dream, a tale which is the result of hard work, a dream which has spawned much success. The Filipino Centre of Toronto began as a place where community elders could meet at a time when they were being sent away from coffee shops and restaurants. It served as a safe place for struggling newcomers to find solace, emotional support, and guidance, a place for the marginalized to seek help when there was nowhere else to turn. And it continues to be a place for the Filipino community to come together and cherish, comfort, and educate one another in the context of common histories, culture, and lived experiences. The Filipino Centre of Toronto represents the community's broader story of moving beyond struggles to find tremendous success. Mr. Speaker, over 850,000 of our fellow Canadians are of Filipino descent, the largest Southeast Asian group in our country. The Philippines is also one of Canada's largest source of immigrants. This has led not only to greater intercultural learning, but has also strengthened bilateral relations and people-to-people ties between Canada and the Philippines. An example of this relationship was the aftermath of the catastrophic typhoon Haiyan, which impacted more than 16 million people in the Philippines. In those trying times, our two nations stood shoulder to shoulder in this tragic aftermath. So today, Mr. Speaker, I stand together with the over 850,000 members of Canada's Filipino community to celebrate all that they have achieved and to remind us all of both the promise and the challenge faced in achieving the Filipino-Canadian dream. Diversity and multiculturalism are what make Canada so great, which is why it is important for us to celebrate our diverse histories, cultures, and lived experiences. We educate and we learn together, hand in hand. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, in the many communities across Canada, including in the cities of Montreal and Toronto, Filipino Heritage Month is already celebrated every June. I am pleased to join the member for Scarborough Centre, thanking her for her leadership and vision as a joint seconder of this motion to declare June as Filipino Heritage Month all across this great country. Canada is a nation stronger because of its diversity, and the Filipino community has been an incredible part of our collective success. Let us all stand together and give this long overdue recognition to a community that we know has helped build Canada, the Canada that we know today. Merci beaucoup.
Resuming debate.